All right, Lee, you're going to have to turn your phone sideways here because for this adventure, we need a panoramic view. You asked if I could maybe take you into town or show you tourist attractions, but the reality is I live in a place where there are no such things. There is technically a town, but there's not much life in it, and I don't really spend much time in it, and it's mostly not about that out here. So what it is about is this tiny little box, which is my home. It's a shed that I built out into what you see here. This is my best buddy Bob, who is always happy to participate in a stream of any kind. And this is my workstation where I make all of my magic. I just finished recording some voiceover for one of my videos. And of course that's where all my writing happens as well. These are my new plants that I'm hoping to be able to keep alive. And out there is the great beyond. And I'm going to take you on a hike today. So let's go outside. I have my little recording set up here with the fur covered mic, so hopefully that's enough to stop the wind so you can hear me. This is my home. I call it Outer Edge Outpost because, as you can see, I'm sort of on the outer edge. Quite literally on the edge of a cliff that runs along this whole valley. And my property goes just over the edge of that cliff and down into the valley somewhere. And then, yeah, a little bit to the left and right of me here. So this is my house in question. Gotta let you check out my new shower that I just finished building. This is the closest thing I have to a bathroom. And I just finished this thing and hoping that I can actually use this in the winter without dying. And then behind me here you see my outhouse, which is I won't take you inside because who wants to see that, although it's actually quite lovely. Pretty proud of both of these creations. And that's my facilities. So out there is not my land past a certain point, but I am allowed to trek there. There's state land and there's some neighbor's land that I've got permission. So I'm going to take a little walk out there and chat with you as we go. As I walk here, there's just absolute swarms of grasshoppers. Every step kicks up a mob of them. They're starting to die now, I think, because it's kind of getting colder, but they're still pretty damn active. Normally I have to watch out for rattlesnakes, but I think they're probably done for the year as well. I haven't seen one in quite a while, and it's getting a bit too chilly for them. So, but I am wearing my snake-proof boots just in case. These are supposedly some kind of Kevlar that can block a fang, so I can walk with confidence when I have these on. So, yeah, I mean, my life is pretty simple out here, or at least it's pretty uneventful. I don't know if I would say it's simple because there's a lot of stuff I have to do. I just actually finished all of that construction that I just showed you. I've been doing that pretty much non-stop for about 3 years. This is my third summer since I moved out here, and every year so far it's been just a constant, urgent feeling of like, I have to get this done, I have to get that done. And this is the first time in 3 years that I've been able to let go of all that and just think about living my life, which of course has plenty of its own challenges, things that I need to do that are not DIY construction work. Challenges like right now, like making sure I don't step on a rattlesnake. Here's the path that we're on. Someday soon I'm going to set a little bench right here, trim these nasty dead limbs back, and have a nice little peaceful meditation spot here. Oh, there's Bob in the distance. He's He comes on my walks with me sometimes. It looks like he might be up for it today. Let's see if I can lure him in. Hey, Bobo, you gonna join us? It makes me nervous when he comes with me because I'm always afraid he's gonna, wander off. But he usually stays close to heel, kind of dog-like that way. I think he's coming. I'll go meet him halfway. Hey, Bobo. You coming? Are you distracted by some critter? He gets distracted pretty easily. Yeah, he's busy. So I'll carry on without him. He cannot be rushed. So I'm coming up to the edge of my property here. Not that it really matters because there's no one else on the other side of my property. So it's all kind of my property out here. And yeah, I'm about standing on it now. So I take this little trek as often as I can. I haven't done it as much lately because it's been so hot and there's so many snakes out here that it's just a little bit nerve-wracking. But now I feel a little more confident. You can see kind of my decrepit trail here. I used to make this walk constantly, every day, multiple times a day sometimes. In the cooler season, when I find that I exercise more when I'm in a writing mode. If I'm busy doing projects like construction work, I'm too tired and I don't really want to do anything after I'm done. But out here, I mean, when I'm doing headspace work, creative work, I get a lot of built up energy and get restless and anxious, and it's this just getting out and getting some fresh air always helps me. I don't know, with your condition, I don't know how much you're able to get outside or move around like this. My thought with doing this was that I hope this is an experience that you treasure, being out, in wide open spaces like this, moving through the fresh air. Maybe you can kind of enjoy it virtually. Pretend you're adventuring with me. So it looks like Bob is coming. He's taking his sweet time though. Bob, you gotta catch up, man. You gotta decide if you're coming or not. Too bad this thing doesn't let me zoom. I don't know if you can see him. What are you doing, bud? He's crying off in the distance. He's like, slow down, you're too fast. This makes me nervous when he does this, because it's he stays too far behind, and then he slows me down because I don't want to lose him, have him get lost out here. But I don't know, he'll catch up if he wants to. I'm going to carry on. So I wonder what other kinds of journeys you've gone on. Are you firing far and wide with these requests? I appreciate it, by the way. I appreciate that you thought of me as somebody you'd like to spend 10 minutes with. It's high praise. Oh, grasshopper just jumped on my chest. They just go flying randomly every time they leap, and you never know where they're going to land. I'm going to go up this next hill and see how Bob's doing. If he would catch up with me, we could trek together like a man and his dog. But he lingers so far behind. Makes me nervous. You coming, bud? He's a goofball. I'm going to take you right now. I don't know if you follow me, or if you know who I am, you probably have some interest in post-apocalyptic themes, right? Safe to assume. So I don't know if you're interested in Fallout, Warm Bodies itself, of course, being in that genre. But you probably have some appreciation for what I'm going to show you. which is the ruins of some old like 1950s truck that's been out here probably since then. I'm hoping it's not full of wasp nests because I haven't been out here in the heat of summer before. But we'll get to a reasonable distance. I'm being very cautious with my steps at this point because I'm off the track here. This thing just seems straight out of Fallout 4 in particular, I would say. The retro future vibes. Let's see how close I can get without this. You would think there'd be a wasp nest in there, right? Doesn't it just look primed for it? Maybe the wasps are asleep by now though. Probably safe. Not the most beautiful scenery you've ever seen, probably. This is the best we've got in Okanagan County, okay? We got rusty cars. We got dead trees. What more could you ask for in a Cameo? Oh, here comes Bob. Complaining. Don't leave me. Don't leave me. Bobo, I wasn't leaving you. I was waiting for you. You're just too slow. Yeah, it's dusty out here, man. You made this choice, though. Don't act like I forced you. See, I don't want him going near that. I don't want him knowing about that truck. So I'm gonna turn around and hope he comes back with me. Come on, Bobo. You're too far off the path here. Come back to the safety zone. First ever Cameo where the celebrity dies from a rattlesnake bite on camera. Oh, check it out. He does his tree practice out here. Always fun to see. All right, bud, we're going back. Well, I was going to take you further out to the mountain peak out there, but I don't want to drag Bob all that distance with me. I don't trust him to make it back without getting sidetracked and lost. And I'm probably over the time limit by now anyway, or the time minimum, I guess. I don't know if it's a minimum or a limit. So I'm going to start heading back and see what happens with Bob. Come on, bud. Look at him galloping through the golden wheat. What a beautiful scene. He's just a big puppy, you know. Comes to heel. Good boy. Let's go, bud. Not quite sure to this day what he's thinking when he follows me on these walks, because he always whines like he's upset. I don't know if he is just like afraid I'm gonna leave him, or if he's just trying to tell me like, wait up. But well, here he comes. There he goes. This is always how he does it. He'll lag behind a bit and then come bolting up past me and jump up the nearest tree. He doesn't do like casual strolling. He moves in large increments. Hopefully this thing will actually upload when I'm done. I've never done one this long. I don't think Cameo is prepared for a situation like this. Meanwhile, I will allow you to enjoy the view in silence for a moment as we walk. And we're back in the gravel. Bobo, come on. I see his tail sticking out of the grass up there, so we're all good. He's back in the safe zone, more or less. So, being back, just make sure that I actually am over 10 minutes. Doesn't actually tell me how long I've been going, so I can only assume and hope. There he is. Back in action. I'm sure this has been more than 10 minutes. I don't know if I need to have that time to qualify with your little game. But I hope this has been a fun trek for you. Get a little taste of a rugged life that I am still adapting to this day, 3 years later. But it feels a little more like home every day. And it's pretty much what you just saw, and then sitting at my computer and writing all day. That's the two sides of this coin. So, yeah, hope you found that invigorating. I'm going to wrap it up, but I wish you the best. I wish you best of luck and courage and strength with those struggles that you mentioned. I know that I can only imagine how difficult those must be. So I'm happy to do my little attempt to, bring some variety and possibly some cheer into your day. So Lee, I wish you the best. Hope you have a good the rest of your week. Isaac Marion out.